Hello and welcome to a short story scene. I'm your host, the storyteller, and here we have a tale called On Kiley's Run by Banjo Paterson. The revolving breezes come and go on Kiley's Run, and the sleepy river murmurs low, and far away one dimly sees, beyond the stretch of forest trees, beyond the foothills dusk and dawn, and ranges steeping in the sun, on Kiley's Run. 'Tis many years since first I came on Kiley's Run. More years than I would care to name, since I a strapling used to ride for miles and miles at Kiley's side, and while in the stirring tones he told the stories of days of old on Kiley's Run. I see the old bush homestead now on Kiley's Run, just nestled down and beneath the brow of one small ridge above the sweep of river flat where willows weep and the jasmine flowers and roses bloom. The air was laden with perfume on Kiley's Run. We lived a good old station life on Kiley's Run, with little thought to care of strife. Old Kiley seldom used to roam. He liked to make the run his home, and swagman never turned away with empty hand at close the day from Kiley's Run. We kept a racehorse now and then on Kiley's Run. The neighboring stations brought their men to meeting there, and the sport was free, and the dainty ladies came to see their champions ride with laugh and song. The old house rang the whole night long on Kiley's Run. The station hands were friends and want on Kiley's Run. The reckless, merry heart lot, all splendid riders, and they knew the boss was kindness through and through. Old Kiley always stood their friend, and so they served him to the end on Kiley's Run. But droughts and losses came apace to Kiley's Run, till ruin started him in the face. He toiled and toiled while lived the light. He dreamed of overdrafts at night. At length beneath he could not pay. His bankers took the stock away from Kiley's Run. Old Kiley stood and saw them go from Kiley's Run, the well-bred cattle marching slow, his stockman mates a many day, and wrung his hand and went away. Too old to make another start, old Kiley died of a broken heart on Kiley's Run. The owner lives in England now of Kiley's Run. He knows the racehorse from a cow, but that all they knows of stock. His chiefest care is how to dock expenses he sends from town, to cut the shearers' wages down on Kiley's Run. There are no neighbors anywhere near Kiley's Run. The hospitable homes are bare, the gardens gone for no pretense, must hinder cutting down expense. The homestead that we held so dear contains a half-paid overseer on Kiley's Run. All life and sport and hope have died on Kiley's Run. No longer there the stockmen ride, for sour-faced border riders keep on mongrel horses after sheep. Through the rages where the racing speed, old Kiley used to wield the lead on Kiley's Run. There runs a lane for 30 miles through Kiley's Run. On either side the herbage smiles, but wretched traveling sheep must pass without a drink or blade of grass. Through that long land of death and shame, the weary drovers curse the name of Kiley's Run. The name itself has changed of late of Kiley's Run. They call it the Candos Park Estate. The lonely swagman through the dark must hump his swag past Candos Park. And the name is English, don't you see? The old name sweeter sounds to me of Kiley's Run. I cannot guess what fate will bring to Kiley's Run, for chances come and changes ring. I scarcely think 'twill always be locked up in suit and absentee, and if he lets out and farms, his tenant soon will carry arms on Kiley's Run. And that concludes our tale on Kiley's Run by Banjo Paterson.